Did you know that feeding your veggies a liquid fertilizer every 2 weeks can definitely help them grow faster? Liquid fertilizers provide faster nutrient uptake since the nutrients are already dissolved. So you'll see faster results than granular fertilizer. Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. One of the questions I get a lot is liquid fertilizer or granular fertilizer. Which one? Well, for me and several others, it's a combination of both. Liquid fertilizers provide immediate uptake of nutrients of your plants, provided that you don't overstimulate them or feed them. By feeding them every 2 weeks, you provide a steady stream and you can help keep your plants healthy. Now, if you go any faster than that, you may run the risk of burning your plants out or damaging them. So I wouldn't recommend doing more than twice a month or every two weeks. Now, granular fertilizers in the form of pellets or little grains of fertilizer, they provide a baseline supply of nutrients for your plants, meaning that as long as you don't get them on the leaves of the plants or directly on the roots of the plants and you mix it into the soil, they will break down over time and provide nutrients. Whereas with liquid fertilizers, they're already broken down and the plants can take it up much quicker. So with my granular fertilizer, I have a mixture of bone meal, blood meal, and a general purpose tomato fertilizer. And I mix those together in equal parts and I spread it along the outline or the base of the plants around. I try not to get it on the roots. Now, I did that in this bed that you're looking at where I actually did get the granular fertilizer on the roots and didn't rinse it off, and it burnt my plants. But they're slowly but surely coming back. Now, with granular fertilizer, some of the pros are you have less frequent application of it, meaning that you can put it down every few weeks to months, depending on what you're using it for. Like if you're using it in your lawn, you really only need to fertilize once every 3 or 4 months. In my raised bed with the granular fertilizer, I do it every 2 weeks as well. It provides a steady feeding for your plants with slow release, so it'll break down slowly over time. Some of the cons, however, are, as I mentioned, if you get it on your plants and don't wash it off, it will burn them. And it did this here in my collard green bed. And the nutrients take a longer time to break down. If you're looking for something immediate, it's best to use a liquid fertilizer. Now, as far as the liquid fertilizer, the types of liquid fertilizers that I use, if you've been following my channel long enough, you know that I use AgroThrive, their fruit and flower formula for my pepper plants and cucumbers and stuff like that, and their general purpose for liquid fertilizer for my collard greens or stuff that are not producing fruits or anything. And I've also used fish emulsion in the past. Now, recently, a company called Urban Farms sent me a sample of their vegetable fertilizer that is also liquid. So I'm going to try that out on some of my plants that are not connected to my drip system and see how that goes. So off camera, I went ahead and fertilized all my beds and containers. So now we're going to go ahead and fertilize on some of the containers which are not connected to the drip system. So in those beds or containers, we're going to use the new fertilizer that I spoke of. This is from Urban Farm Fertilizing Company. They're located on, I want to say, Bay City, Texas. And this one is their all-purpose vegetable fertilizer. It's 2.5, 5. And it's made with bat guano, worm casting, kelp, and also has calcium in it. And it says it's super concentrated. So we're going to shake it. And then we're going to pour 2 or 3 tablespoons into my canister down here that you cannot see. Okay. Let me tilt you down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And as I said, we're going to drop 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. Set that there for now. And we're going to stir it in. And we're just going to give the plants a thorough soaking. Now we're going to go over to another container that isn't connected to the drip system and soak. So this container, or planter rather, is made by Vigo, just as the other one was, and it's self-watering just as the other one was. So that's why it's not connected to any drip system. And we're going to give this one a thorough soaking as well. So as I said, here's the fertilizer that I used on the containers that were not connected to the drip system. And the company even sent me a listing of everything that they have. So if you're interested in getting or purchasing from here, I'll go ahead and leave their website on the screen. And next, I'm going to show you how I do the other raised beds using my injection system. So in my canister here, we have a gallon of water and we have 4 drops of the AgroThrive fruit and flowering formula. And it is mixed together. I'm going to connect it to the injector system. And then we're going to fertilize the other plants that are connected to it. This will run about 2 hours, give or take. And I will know that the solution has ran through when the water starts to run clear as opposed to the brown color that it's going to be running when I start it. So I'm not sure if you can see very clearly, but the black line is the water from the tap, and the clear line is the water that has the fertilizer in it. And as you can see, it has a brownish tint to it, which is what it's supposed to have. Now, when the system is done, it has run through, it will run clear. So I want to thank you for coming along with me while I showed you how I fertilize my plants, and also discuss the differences between the liquid fertilizer versus the granular fertilizer. Some people strictly stick with or go with the granular, which is fine, while others go with the liquid, which is also fine. And then there are some like me that do a combination of both. I do the granular fertilizer for baseline, meaning for long term, my plants will get a consistent or a constant feeding over time. Whereas with the liquid fertilizer, it is a immediate jolt, kind of like caffeine, more or less, and it provides them with the nutrients that they need immediately. And the difference between them is that the liquid fertilizer is already dissolved, which makes for immediate uptake, whereas the granular has to break down. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got something out of it. Hope it brought a smile to your face and a little joy to your heart. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent, and I will reply. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, take a moment to consider doing so. I can grow a lot of food and veggies by myself, but I cannot grow the channel without your help. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell all so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. Chances are, if you like my content, your family and friends will also, so it's okay to share. And again, if you're interested in the either one of the fertilizers, but the newer one, I'll leave a link on the screen for it. So until next time, always remember to give the thanks to God, for without Him, we are nothing. Stay blessed, stay strong, and grow, grow, grow.